Are you having trouble with managing your finances or confused with all the numbers swarming before you? Have you always wanted to learn how to budget but didn't know where to start? Well, fear not. We've got you covered. Here at Financial Synergy, we help you with your educated journey towards financial freedom. Let's face it, creating a household budget is intimidating and can be a tedious task. While there are more exciting things to do in life, creating a budget is one of the greatest methods to save money. Give it a shot. It's quick and straightforward. It'll also assist you in identifying areas or spending habits and illuminate where you may be able to save some money. The key to developing a budget is determining what works best for you and your family in terms of money management. There are numerous budgeting programs and templates available, but you must choose what works best for you. Managing your money is all about making decisions about how you earn, spend, save, and keep track of your money. A customized, realistic budget can assist you in setting objectives, directing expenditure, and managing your cash flow. While budgeting tools and techniques differ from person to person, most people follow 6 steps to construct a budget. Remember that this is more of an art than a science. Examine your objectives and personal values. What are the most important things to you? What are your most important financial or life goals? Your goals and objectives will assist you in developing a budget that allows you to meet your current obligations, participate in activities you enjoy, and prepare for the future. The first step in creating a budget, regardless of one's income or stage of life, is identifying one's specific objective. It's challenging to stay motivated when you don't have any goals, and it's much more difficult to understand why you're managing your funds in the first place. The ultimate financial aim for the majority of people is financial independence. Of course, financial independence implies different things to different people. Still, for many people, it is the ability to accomplish the majority of what they want in life without worrying about money. This type of lifestyle is characterized by being debt-free, possessing a substantial savings account, and making investments. These milestones are much easier to achieve when you have a budget based on your final goal and a defined path that will take you to your destination. Gather and keep track of your financial data. You must understand what is happening with your money right now, including your income, expenses, and savings. What's on the way in? What's on the way out? What do you have stashed? Most people are aware of their regular incomes and spending, but they may not know their irregular or day-to-day expenditures. Track your income and expenses for at least 30 days to better understand your cash flow. Determine your income, the money you and your family regularly receive from jobs, investments, government assistance, or company sales. May be simple. Use your net or take-home monthly income after taxes and other payroll deductions for budgeting purposes. Collect income-related records such as pay stubs that illustrate how much you make and how frequently you make it from all sources. Add up your total. If you like, utilize a worksheet to ensure that everything is recorded. Keep track of your expenses. Whatever you spend your money on can be more difficult to monitor. You have set and consistent expenses such as rent and variable expenses such as groceries or entertainment. Gather monthly invoices, collect receipts, use a notepad, a worksheet, or an online budgeting tool to analyze your bank and credit card records to document all costs for at least 30 days meticulously. Choose the approach that is most convenient for you. Gather preliminary information or develop projections for irregular, expected expenses such as auto maintenance, an insurance payment, or car registration. After 30 days, gather all of your spending records such as bills, receipts, bank statements, and notebooks, and sort them into categories, such as housing expenses and food expenses, before totaling your monthly expenses. Check your savings balance to see how much you already have set aside. Check in with yourself about your present financial situation. What's the bottom line for you? After you've gathered all of your financial information, subtract your monthly expenses from your monthly income to determine how much money is left over, also known as your bottom line, which you may use to either spend or save. If it is beneficial, a worksheet can be used. If your bottom line is negative, it means that you are spending more money than you are earning at the time of writing. Next, consider what immediate improvements you can make to increase your revenue, decrease your expenditures, or do both. If you have any money left over at the end of each month, examine whether it is sufficient to cover your monthly costs. Money set aside for emergencies, your financial goals, and spending that are important to you, such as exercise or entertainment. If not, which is frequently the case, you will need to make some adjustments to your present spending, saving, and earning patterns. Usually, a change in our financial behavior is required to achieve our financial goals and objectives. Is there a specific amount of money you must set aside each month to stay on track with your current status and plans? Make adjustments to the way you handle your finances. Once you have completed your financial evaluation, you should have a monetary figure in mind for how much you will need to modify your current financial practices. There are just 3 changes you can do to affect your bottom line: increase your income, reduce your spending, or do both simultaneously. For example, increasing your income can be accomplished by turning a pastime into a business or second employment, optimizing your tax benefits, utilizing public benefits, or selling stuff that you no longer want or need. When it comes to cutting costs, start with broad modifications and work your way down to specific ones. First, make a list of your most essential items and priorities. Prioritization can be accomplished by using a tool such as a spreadsheet or a pen and paper. Then consider your least essential outgoings, such as groceries. What exactly is excessively expensive? What do you think you could improve? Spend some time taking a step back and looking at the larger picture. Make a list of ideas and get creative. Next, examine individual spending categories, such as transportation and insurance, and consider making adjustments. If possible, would you consider carpooling or taking public transit more frequently to save on gas? Would you be willing to search around for a more affordable insurance plan? Continue to drill down until your expenses are precisely where you want them to be. Then you can include the modifications into your budget. Determine your weak points, and then develop a budget. Everyone has parts of their budget where they are having difficulty. Regularly fluctuating areas such as groceries, dining out, and entertainment tend to be the weak points in the economy. These are the types of things that we typically want to spend our money on, and because they are enjoyable, it might be difficult to limit our spending on them. If your current income allows it, instead of beating yourself up about these weaknesses, try to give yourself a bit extra wiggle room if your current situation allows it. In addition to refraining from excessive spending, you should not entirely forego indulgences regularly either. If you try to avoid spending on things like eating out and entertainment, you may begin to feel deprived, which may lead to a spending spree at some point. Consider finding less expensive alternatives to activities you enjoy if your budget is extremely tight and you cannot afford any wiggle room. The pursuit of additional income is yet another option available. By this point, you've completed all of the complex tasks. The information about your income and expenses has been gathered, and changes have been made to your habits. Put your new plan down on paper and make a public commitment to stick to it at this point. Use a worksheet, an app, a spreadsheet, or a notebook to create a written budget for your household expenses. It is critical that you locate a tool that is effective for mapping out your new savings and spending strategy. Follow up. Keep track of and make adjustments as needed. You will still need to maintain your budget from month to month now that your basic budget has been established in general. So, spend a few minutes at the end of each month putting together your budget plan. Maintain a record of your monthly expenditures and keep track of how you spend your money. This will assist you in ensuring that your budget categories are correctly set up and funded. It might also be beneficial to check in on your spending in the middle of the month to see if you're on track or whether you need to be a little bit more conscious of your spending during the last 2 weeks of the month. Follow your plan to the best of your ability and keep track of how much money you spend using a record-keeping technique that works well for you. At the absolute least, balance your intended budget with your actual costs every month. Your findings may assist you in making changes to your spending habits or your budget as a result of your research. Remember, a budget is a strategy for managing your finances in a convenient way for you. Creating a budget is not technically challenging, however, it necessitates some discipline and, in some instances, new habits. The benefits of learning how to manage your money are that you will not only feel more in charge of your finances, but you may also set yourself up for a lifetime of financial freedom. We hope you learned something from the video and utilize your money to work in your favor. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. We are Financial Synergy, and we will see you again next time, Finance Warriors.